Hey everyone, it's Gia. Been a little while since I've uploaded a video, so thought I'd make one today. Might be a bit rambly, but yeah. Not quite sure what the theme of it's going to be exactly yet, but I have a basic idea, so I'll just talk and I'll see if I can actually construct something enough that I can upload this. But anyway, so I think I'm going to talk about New Year's resolutions. I know I'm a month late. It is officially February the 2nd. Forgot for a second there. So a little bit late, but this year I have decided to do some things I haven't done in years, try to rediscover old hobbies and passions I used to love, especially as like a child, because as you get older, it's cliche, but yeah, you do realise that the simple things that used to bring you joy often bring you joy later in life too. It's been an interesting discovery, especially on my minimising alcohol journey, which I started must have been end of February of last year, so I have only drank, I think last year I drank on Halloween. I had 3 drinks just to see, just a little conductive experiment there to see how I went, and yep, managed to cap it at 3, which I've never been able to do. So that was quite amazing, but it was interesting because the desire to drink just wasn't there, so it was almost like forcing myself to drink. It was really weird. And then I think December I was like, I'll have another drink, because I think I was going to go out that night and like catch up with some friends. Got through half the drink, felt sick to my stomach, tipped the rest of it out. I've never tipped out alcohol in my life. So I've not drank since then. I've had no desire to, and yeah, so I'm rediscovering my relationship with alcohol. I don't know if I want to never ever drink again, but I just don't have the desire anymore to drink, if that makes sense. Which for me, as someone who was a binge drinker for nearly a decade, is quite incredible. Just the desire for it is gone. So that's amazing. But with that has also come having to reevaluate social situations. So one of the main reasons I did start drinking was social anxiety, like a lot of us do, and navigating social situations with a bit of that alcohol, liquor, courage. And now having to force myself to do it sober, and yeah, just embrace the awkwardness, embrace the anxiety. But interestingly, after cutting the alcohol out, it's actually, I feel less anxious, and that might also have to do with my diet as well, because I've cut out pretty much all processed foods. I eat very animal based, like animal heavy diet. Basically it's just meat, dairy, some veg, some fruit, and that is pretty much, occasionally some rice, and yeah, that's pretty much all I'll eat on a daily basis, and I've never actually felt better. I feel incredible. So definitely cutting out a lot of the processed crap and cutting out gluten as well, and like most grains. I feel fantastic. Again, that's just my experience. So yeah, that on top of the cutting down on the alcohol has definitely helped with my social anxiety. I feel more confident, I feel more energetic, feel more happier, like an all round better sense of, I don't know, clear-headedness, just better attitude, more optimistic, calmer. Like, I don't think I've ever felt this calm and at peace with myself ever. I feel, I used to be so depressed, so anxious. I just feel phenomenal. I can't really explain it. Well, I can. Taking some big, drastic steps has definitely helped my life, big changes. So that's a little update on that side of things. But some of the New Year's resolutions, hang on, I will check my phone. I wrote them down and then took a photo of it, so I'll see if I can find it. But I'll let you know what I've decided to do this year, and if I've actually started any of them. So 2024 aspirations. Get off get off technology more, digital minimalism. So yesterday I deactivated my Instagram. So I've had a on-off relationship with social media for ages. I'll deactivate it for several weeks, month or two, and I'll be fantastic. I don't even miss it. And then I'll re-download it, reactivate it, and then go, you just get back in the loop of things, and it's like you never left it. And then you're like, your anxiety scrolling, and you're going, why am I still on here? This sucks. But it's hard to get off because all your friends are on there, and you just, yeah. So deactivated Instagram yesterday or the day before, and I'm deactivating Facebook today after this video. So I'm just getting off those. I'm sick of the scrolling. I'm sick of the mindless feed of people I like barely know. It's like you're very close friends with maybe less than 5 people, and these other how many people are just you may not even know who they are, or they may just be acquaintances, or you've met them at a party one time and you're just following their whole lives. It's like, do we really need that much information? So I will be deactivating Facebook, and I've deactivated Insta. And yeah, just getting off that until, well, honestly, I just want to delete them entirely at some point. I think that's the goal of actually quite a few people these days. We're all just sick of the crap. It's just mindless. It's not even entertainment anymore. It's just ads. Like, I think it's like every 4 or 5 scrolls there's an ad, and it becomes so, you're desensitized to it. You don't even notice it anymore. So anyway, going on a rant there. So yes, I am in the process of doing that one, getting off technology more. I've started a new hobby, which I never thought I would do, which is embroidery. I've never been an arts and crafts person, but I was like, let's just try a new skill. This could actually be fun, and to my surprise, I'm actually enjoying it. So I'm giving that a go, which is bizarre for me. Because when you stop drinking, you suddenly have all this free time, and you're not on social media as much. You have all this free time, and you need to fill it with something. So something positive. So yeah, a bit of arts and craftiness. Read more books. Go to the library. I had not been to the library in over 10 years, and a couple of weeks ago I went in there and got myself a library card, and I've been checking out books religiously now. I literally just went today and got myself a whole heap new books. So yeah, it's free, it's fun, and I used to love going to the library as a kid. Like, I'd spend ages in there, and I'd get out like 10, 15 books, and I would just read them back to front over and over and over again. I loved reading, and I haven't really read in over a decade. So rediscovering this passion that I had growing up for reading, and actually getting back into it and realizing I still love it, it's been fantastic. Like, and I'm learning new stuff, and it's forcing me to be off my phone. It's forcing me to just be in silence, focus and concentrate, and learn new information, and actually really enjoying it. Go outside more and exercise more. So just in general, it's summer here in Australia, and we have gorgeous weather. So just getting out, moving my body, being in the sun, I just feel fantastic. Which, you're getting your vitamin D, you're getting your body moving. It's just, in general, I think that's just a good thing to do. But yeah, I've definitely noticed a change in my mood when I've been outside for the day doing gardening, or going for a walk, or yeah, just wandering around in town or something like that, just being outside, hanging out with friends, all that sort of a thing. It's just, yeah, good for your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, all that good stuff. So more exercising and more sunlight. Take leaps into areas of interest this year. So I guess that's quite broad. Probably could tailor that a bit more, but I guess the embroidery, or like I sell secondhand clothing. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy doing listings. I enjoy the process of that. A bit of extra cash there, so that's always good, and it helps me declutter, which I love, and it helps me in my minimalism journey. So that's something I do enjoy. Areas of interest. Cooking. I enjoy cooking healthy meals. I enjoy researching stuff on healthy lifestyles, all this sort of thing. So I would say I'm definitely investing more time and energy into that. That is quite broad. Design tiny home. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. My ultimate goal is to get a plot of land somewhere and build myself a tiny home and just live there, have a little farm set up, little hobby farm set up, and honestly, I would be the happiest woman in the world. That is my ultimate dream, and that is what I have been saving towards for years. So, designing a tiny home, yeah, I think watching the YouTube channels with tiny homes and all that sort of a thing, and then just kind of taking ideas from that. So I do need to actually probably make a start on that, because I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to that goal as the years go on. So yeah, I should definitely get started on that. Find friends with similar interests and lifestyles. So yeah, I didn't realise how many of my friendships, and I call them friendships, were all just from my drinking days, really. And it's like you accumulate all of these people who aren't necessarily really your friends, they're just sort of acquaintances and drinking buddies, and you don't generally have that strong of a, you don't really have anything outside of alcohol to connect you. Like, there have been a few people where there is a little bit more substance there over time, but most of those have fizzled out because you don't have, yeah, if the basis of your friendship is drinking and you need to be drunk to be around each other, you probably don't have that much in common. So yeah, that's just something I learned, and it's kind of depressing because it's like you think you have these friendships and then you step away from it and you have nothing in common with these people. So reaching out and maybe joining like a club or a hobby or something like that, and meeting people that I have current interests with once I figure out more of my interests over time, is something that I would like to do this year. And yeah, continue decluttering and minimalism journey. I do want to get more serious about it this year. I've already been quite serious about it, but realising how much I actually need as opposed to want. I think that's been changing as my as I've been growing as a person and my lifestyle has changed and all these other things. I have all this stuff that I had from this past self and this fantasy self that I now don't have any interest in becoming, to be more realistic, I think. And yeah, so kind of now tailoring that towards who I want to actually really be and who I currently am. So I would like to be a lot more ruthless, I think, with that, as that is a big area of interest for me. Get back into drumming. Little known fact about me, I was really quite into drumming as a kid. I spent a good chunk of my later childhood, mid to mid-teen years doing drumming. Loved it, great stress reliever. I think I was quite good at it, and yeah, just kind of stopped doing it when I discovered alcohol and partying. So yeah, it's probably been a good over a decade or so since I picked up the drumsticks. But I've got a few friends in the music sort of scene and they're drummers, so my parents have an electric drum kit, which again, not my preferred method of drumming, but better than nothing. Because I live in a residential area, so I don't really want to disrupt everyone's peace with a, proper drum set. But yeah, somehow get back into that, because that is something I did, pardon me, really enjoy as a teenager, so I think I would still enjoy it now. Continue healing and set boundaries. So boundary setting for me has always been an issue, because I think by nature I'm a bit of a people pleaser. I don't want to offend people. I don't want to, saying no is really hard for me. So actually setting the boundaries, not having to explain myself why I don't want to do something, I think I've definitely noticed small changes in that regard. Like, I am definitely getting more confident in saying no if I don't want to do something, so if I can just keep honing that skill, that would be brilliant. Journal and write more. So, I used to love writing. I was a published writer as a teenager, actually, and I just loved it. It was probably my favourite thing to do, was writing, and reading was a close second. And I just kind of stopped doing that. I kind of stopped journaling and writing my thoughts down and feelings, and because that's how I articulate and understand my brain best, is when I write it down and I can read it back. So I have done a little bit of journaling this year, but not as much as I would probably like to be doing. So yeah, I do need to do more of that. And I guess the last thing would be, since I'm deactivating my socials until whenever, I need to be more present with people. So I'll have to be more intentional about going out of my way to hang out with people rather than just scrolling my feed and just seeing what they're up to. I do want to say yes to more things that normally I would be a little bit insular about, a little bit uncomfortable to do sober. So go to more friends' gigs, catch up in a non-bar setting. Like, I can still go to bars and I'll get like a soda water or a sparkling water or something, but it's not the same. It's really not, and it feels a little bit awkward for me still. And I'm tapped out before midnight most times. I'll be going back home, which is probably great. But yeah, it's a different environment in myself, I guess, in a way. Like, it's hard to explain. But yeah, saying yes to stuff I would normally be more introverted about, and kind of be a bit more spontaneous this year, because that doesn't come naturally for me. I'm very organised, structured. I like to plan everything out. I like to know what's going on. So to sort of, in a healthy way, like expand my life experiences and my life experiences, and be a bit more spontaneous with things rather than having to plan it all out. Because I have noticed over the years, when I do occasionally do something spontaneously, it usually is a lot of fun, and I would not have had that experience otherwise if I'd carefully calculated everything out, which is how my brain runs best. But and to only do it when I do have the excess energy to engage in those social interactions. Like, not push myself, because that's burning yourself out, doesn't help anyone. So yeah, just be more open to experiences, and yeah, people, be a lot more, I guess, engaging with people rather than just engaged with their social media. Actually converse with them, hang out with them. Yeah, because having meaningful connections and relationships, I think, is one of the primary things we need to function properly as humans. And I think social media has kind of robbed us of that in this current day and age. So getting back to the basics is basically, to sum this video up, getting back to the basics in pretty much everything, going back to what I enjoyed when I was younger, seeing if I still enjoy it, going from there, discovering new hobbies, finding new people with similar, I guess, interests and values and all those sort of things, and just, yeah, kind of getting out of that whole partying mindset and those partying friends and acquaintances that, isn't serving me anymore and isn't healthy for me to be around. And I've already cut out some people from my life because, yeah, being around them now suddenly drains the crap out of me. And again, I don't think they're bad people, they're just going through what I've been through. And yeah, I can now look at them and their situations and go, okay, I know what you're going through, but I can't be around that at this point in time unless there is some change, because yeah, it's just brings me down now, and I don't need to be around negativity and negative people. If they want to change, awesome. But yeah, when people stay stagnant and they don't grow, and you just can't, like relationships and friendships, if one person's growing and moving on and the other ones are staying exactly where they've been for years and years and years, it's just, it's a safety blanket and it's a security thing. But yeah, you do outgrow people, and I think it's healthy to recognise that, and it's fine to move on if the relationships change and they're not serving either of you anymore. So that's my final take on things. I just thought I would do a quite long video. I might edit it a little bit. It's just to let you know I'm alive, and yeah, what my plans for this year are. And yeah, I guess I might do a check-in at some point, how I'm going with it. Don't know when. It's kind of just I don't know, rambly video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got something out of it. I don't know what you get out of it, but yeah, thanks for letting me talk. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!